right her economy, arrest smugglers and black marketeers. India for the first time produced surpluses in both food and in its balance of payments.
And as soon as I thought that the economy is sound, I had the elections, even though people said that this was the wrong time. I said, but there's no reason now not to have them, because this was the reason I was not having them.
She ended the emergency in its second year and held elections. The people turned her out of office. Indira and Sanjay were investigated and brought before special courts created by the new government. Indira was jailed twice, once for a day, another time for a week. Sanjay spent several months in jail. Finally, both were released. The new government was splintered by factional quarrels. The Ghandis campaigned again. After 3 years out of office, Indira was swept back into power by a landslide that carried Sanjay too. Could an emergency happen again?
No, because you can't give the same, its only purpose was to shock. Now it wouldn't shock people, so it wouldn't achieve anything.
Then in June 1980, Sanjay was killed in a plane crash.
जय हिंद जय धन्यवाद
I have a very ancient relationship with this place. And if I come here, it is not in the capacity of a prime minister or a Congress leader, but as a mother. You are all parents. What is in my mind, in my heart, will be understood by all of you, because you are parents yourselves. People have come to me from far and wide and said, "Are we not your children also? Will you not continue to serve us?" People have said that I should persuade Rajiv to stand for the election, that he is not inclined to fight, and therefore he should be persuaded. But now Rajiv is ready to serve you. Today the air is bone dry and hot, which produces the dust, and temperatures in the shade of 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
माताओं भाइयों बहनों
At the end of a long day in the heat and dust of Amethi, the enthusiasm of a crowd gets out of hand. While Rajiv remains in Amethi to observe the voting, Mrs. Ghandi is back at her duties in New Delhi. This is a lunch in honor of the Queen Mother of Nepal. These citizens consider their democracy to be a uniquely Indian affair, which it is. The percentage of Indians of voting age who exercise their privilege to vote is nearly twice as high as that of the United States. Early returns look promising for Rajiv, and he is already setting course for some of the changes he hopes to bring to the Congress Party.
Well, we have to really get more people interested in politics who are not politicking, but who are actually working. And we've got a very good bunch of young boys. When I say young, I mean 40 and below compared to the rest of the politicians. If we can get more people in, that would be the base of doing anything.
In Bangkok, it was mainly refugee problems.
Yes, yes. Needless to say, the discussions ranged over sort of areas of interest that Southeast Asia has, Cambodia being obviously the most important there. They didn't really touch on Afghanistan much, but it was primarily a refugee problem where there's still a very considerable outflow of people.
Who do you think produces more wheat, Canada or India? And of course, you produce more than 5 times more than we do.
But we could produce more.
The count of these ballots will determine which of 14 candidates will be selected for one seat in Parliament. In the past, voters here have elected Rajiv's grandfather, Nehru, his father, Feroz, his mother, Indira, his brother, Sanjay. But the voters here have also shown their independence, and they have denied Gandhi's office, including Indira herself.
But then she had to go somewhere.
Let me sit down and raise the temperature so that
But ask the Kadadani.
I went to Medical bookshop and bought some books today. No, we got it.
Delete, all right. Results after 1 hour. Huh. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He is leading by 2,37,000.
Romy says that he's broken the world record.
He's majority.
He's leading by.
Sing Punjabi, I don't think he got one. I don't know. In some book or the other, I read that there was I think it was in England, that there was a man who didn't get a single vote. Oh, that's right. Because at that time the candidate couldn't vote. He wasn't allowed to vote.
So 6 lakhs. The one in Bihar. Janata Party one.
Which one? I don't know.
Ram something.
Jagjeevan now? I don't think so.
Priyanka, you know how much 1 lakh is?
Well,
How do you say it in English?
In numbers, how much?
1 lakh.
No, that's not English. That's Hindi.
100.
100,000.
Don't tell her.
100,000.
Ah, no.
With 5 zeros. How much did you win by when you were in the election? You must have won by much more than 2 lakhs, huh?
No, I don't think.
Hmm? But you were in the whole of India or where?
No.
Only in America.
You see, this time in Amethi, they had no proper candidate. So both the candidates, they got from outside.
Has Papa been? No, no.
He has not been, but the Chacha was there. And I've been there.
Fighting for the election.
So, no. I mean, they know the family. And Rahul, always take a big plate when you're having a mango.
Daddy, when I was smaller, I got it. Papa's got it.
Give him my love.
Yeah. And Mom. Give him my love. I can't let her go to Daddy. You know, go for 3 minutes. To say hello, please.
Okay.
Please. Wait, please. Come on, let's go.
On June 15, 1981, Rajiv Gandhi won election to Parliament. The birth of a new contender for the Indian continent. And the process begins.
Secondly, it is occasionally frustrating and all that, but generally it's a satisfying life. That is, the satisfaction really comes when one can fit in one's thought with one's action.
I think that I've had a very full life because I haven't. I mean, nothing has interfered with anything else, and I don't see life in compartments. I mean, I don't divide up that this is this and this is this. It's part of a whole, and then of course the important thing is to be yourself, because if you're acting a role, then that can be very tiring, and I think that is what would give mental and physical strain. But if you're yourself,
When people accuse you of building a dynasty, how do you react to that?
they have written against me from the very beginning. They wrote against my father even when he was alive. And after all, you can't make a prime minister here. It's only the people and the party who can choose.
partial funding provided by the Program Fund of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.